Hello, this is your Express briefing for Monday, October 21st. From the San Antonio Express News, I'm Joy Marie Scott. Become a subscriber and read more of these headlines at expressnews.com. Today, we're diving into what campaign finance numbers tell us about Democrat Wendy Davis's chances to unseat U.S. Representative Chip Roy. Our food writers also give their reviews of the 5 best things to eat or drink at San Antonio restaurants this month. Expect some storms this morning before sunny skies later on and a high of 81. San Antonio officials are ramping up efforts to stem rising housing costs. City Council members plugged $34.4 million into housing affordability initiatives, the most it's ever spent. It comes as more residents struggle with housing costs that for years have outpaced growth in San Antonio. The city wants to boost its supply of affordable apartments and houses geared toward households making no more than 80% of the area's median income. A group of young artists played a role in creating a Dia de los Muertos skull that will be part of an exhibition at La Villita. Students in the Sananto Cultural Arts program worked on the skull, which stands 4 feet tall and 2.5 feet wide. Youth from 7 to 18 years of age participate in the free after-school arts program. You can check out their work at the city-sponsored celebration from November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which will also include a 5K race, river parade, and the 3-day festival at La Villita. Early voting for the November 5th elections gets underway today, and Bexar County residents will be using new machines at polling places. The $12.6 million voting system will be deployed at 36 early voting locations. The biggest advantage may come on Election Day itself, when residents can vote at any of the county's 284 regular polling sites. As we said, early voting begins today on 10 state constitutional amendments. Voters will decide about funding for cancer research, water infrastructure, and public education, among other concerns. The editorial board vetted these constitutional amendments, meeting with stakeholders, interviewing sources, and reading supporting documents to judge the soundness of these policies. Find our Express News voter guide at expressnews.com/election. And few outsiders have been allowed to explore a sprawling preserve across the Rio Grande from Big Bend National Park. That's about to change. Plans are underway to let small groups visit Reserva El Carmen, a 400,000-acre preserve, beginning next spring. It's never been open to the public since it was created 2 decades ago. Cemex, the Mexican cement giant, runs the preserve. They struck a deal with the operators of a Texas-based touring company for tours, but space will be limited. And another news to know today. Elizabeth Warren is taking Texas very seriously, and her campaign team understands the homegrown field effort needed to penetrate the electorate of this state. This is the subject of Gilbert Garcia's latest column. And like a movie scene, Bexar County jurors watched 3 escaping inmates shimmy down sheets as the trial for Gabriel de Arroyo began. And 3 years of simmering frustration inside the State Department is boiling over on Capitol Hill amid the impeachment inquiry. Parents and advocates met in San Antonio to discuss the risk factors for teen dating violence and what can be done to prevent it. Thousands gathered and raised more than $660,000 at this year's Walk to End Alzheimer's. Visit expressnews.com for the full story on all of these headlines and more. And now the fun stuff. Kiddie Park is back open at the San Antonio Zoo. After months of moving and relocating to the zoo, the city's iconic Kiddie Park is back open. Tricked out burgers and fries make this New Braunfels spot worth the drive. Muck and Fuss is a relative newcomer to the burger scene, but it has a solid lineup of specialty burgers served on sweet buns sourced from Nigelin's Bakery. And food writer Paul Stephen chatted with Natalie Dupree, the doyenne of American Southern cuisine, about her latest book titled Natalie Dupree's Favorite Stories and Recipes. And at expressnews.com/SpursNation, our sports columnists give you 9 storylines that could shape the Spurs season. And that's your Express briefing for Monday, October 21st. Get San Antonio's top news headlines daily. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. For the San Antonio Express News, I'm Joy Marie Scott.